Hi, this is Lisa Redfern. This is Gingersnap, episode 89. I'm here with Jamie, who's a musician and he's a sign maker, and he's also got this great thing coming up at Thomas Point called Band Camp. I'm Lisa Redfern. What's Gingersnap? It's a conversation and a cookie with a creative manner. And today, it's really warm. We're here in the Carrot Signs
no
shop.
air conditioning in the shop here, so.
That's all right. Okay, so tell the good people out there who will be listening about the festival coming up.
Oh, okay. Well, it's the 9th year of band camp.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I've been running it. It was
so cool.
me and the other guitar player from my band Groovin'Wood on the way out to practice, just talking about music and talking about gigs and how we could kind of come up with a gig for our friends who, all play in bands around the Brunswick area.
Right.
For the first 7 years of it, it was at a disc golf course out in Richmond, which worked great because it was very small and it was 5 to 6 bands for the day, and then we'd all go camping at night and hang out and party and just an excuse to all get together and play music.
Exactly.
And then over the past 2 years, we decided that it was time to try to do a little more.
Mm-hmm.
So we contacted Thomas Point Beach, and Mike over there was great and very receptive to the idea of bringing something to the area. And I've always known that venue to have a lot of these sort of things.
They do
the bluegrass. They did the main festival back in the day, and so that was last year. Was kind of the first day the first foray into having the event be 3 days, 2 nights of camping, really starting to work with bringing in a lot of vendors, food trucks, things like that, and branching it out into an art festival as well.
Right.
So a big part of my booking the bands is kind of the easiest part of throwing a festival. We had, I think, 60 bands apply to be, part of it this year, and we booked 17, so it's quite a few bands over the course of the 3 days. But I've really been trying to book a lot of artists to come in and either set up a booth, or a big part of it for me is that they have a live demo or live interaction, something for the people that come to the festival to watch art. And a big part of band camp for me, especially being I'm kind of the artist coordinator of it. We've got a team of people who work on different things like vending and sound production and all of that sort of thing. I'm the artist coordinator as well, so I'm in charge of booking the artists and things and getting lots of live art there has been my main focus.
So should people still get in touch with you for that?
Oh, they definitely should. If anybody wants to come out, I will book artists right up until the day before.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so we've got, I think, 4 graffiti walls booked right now.
Oh, cool.
A bunch of fire spinners. There's a henna artist coming. I'm sure I think there's a pottery wheel that's coming back. Yeah, last year we had a blacksmith with a mobile blacksmithery unit thing, and he is unfortunately booked this weekend, but wants to come back next weekend or next year. So,
that's fantastic.
Just as much kind of the focus has turned away from it being bands partying in the woods to trying to create a community for a weekend where we can everybody that comes can create as much art as whatever they deem to be art. They can come and create it there and share it there with other artists and with the Mid-Coast community.
That's fantastic.
So,
congratulations for
it's
doing that so long.
It's a lot of fun,
really hard
a lot of work.
Yeah.
But totally worth it. So.
Okay, that's fantastic. So if they want to reach you and find out more about it, best way to reach you?
Website, bandcampfest.com, and there's links there for the artists sign up and vending sign up and volunteer sign up too, if you want to come and be a part of the team.
So if you volunteer, can you camp there?
Yep.
Is that part of the deal?
If you volunteer there, then you get a free pass for the weekend.
Oh.
You have to we'll schedule a few hours of work for you, and
that's great.
And then you can come join us for the weekend,
that's
definitely.
All right. Were you born and raised in Maine, or did you come to Maine later?
I was born in Maine. I was born at home in Durham, Maine. So,
wow.
home birth,
Close by.
Yeah.
Very cool. Do you know your first word, or if you don't, what do you think it might have been?
I don't. Mom might know.
But since
I'm
Mom's
right
here
over here on a computer, we can just put her on
now
the
you
spot.
put
Do
me
you
on the
remember my
spot.
first word?
This is my way of getting you to.
I know what it was because we lived on a.
Wait, come here.
I have
come here,
five.
come here.
I have five or four siblings, so
This is
there's
Brenda.
a
This
lot
is
of first
Jamie's
words to
mom.
remember.
Okay, what was
His
his
first word, believe it or not, was bumpy road. Bumpy
words.
road.
So esoteric.
Because we were always going somewhere off our Stackpole Road in Durham, which was bumpy.
Oh, I know exactly where Stackpole.
And
Oh my gosh.
he said bumpy road. I was like, oh,
Whoa.
wow, he just said that.
Thank you, Brenda. That's so great. Okay, my first word was cookie. So here,
All right.
we're gonna.
now you get
here,
to
you should have
talk
some
and
of
eat
this too. You want some of
Yes,
this?
Mom.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, these are from the Veggie Corner in Harpswell.
Oh.
Yeah,
We made
they're.
their sign.
We made
You
it.
did? All right. Oh, say a little about give a little plug for Carrots. Okay, well
I
you
ate my
can give a
cookie.
plug.
I'll just say the Veggie Corner,
Oh.
it was the kids of the family chipped in together in high school and got together the money to give their parents that sign with all the
Aw.
carved vegetables and breads and
Oh, that's so cool.
oh yeah, it was wonderful making
Aw.
their sign.
Hey, Veggie Corner. Ooh, it's got all kinds of stuff in it.
Delicious.
It's got like nuts and cranberries. Okay, did you have a car when you were a kid that was like really cool, and if you could get back, you would?
Oh, yeah, well, I've only had a few. My first car was, I didn't think it was cool at the time, but it
might be now.
Oh, it would be now. It was, I think, like a 81 Toyota Corolla that was given to me, and it had a wooden bumper. And
What is the point of a wooden bumper?
Well, I think the bumper fell off.
Oh.
it was this guy's college car that was kept out in back of his garage, and then his wife said that you got to get rid of it. And I just happened to come along at the right time and get a free car, and had to put new brakes in it, and
Wow.
it was great. It got like 50 miles a gallon, and
Wow.
It was great.
Tell
It was a
her what
great
color
first
it
car,
was.
and it was bright yellow. And
Bright yellow.
I came to the shop, and we put some black racing stripes down the middle of it.
Did it have a name?
No, it didn't.
No.
I think my friends referred to it kind of.
Me.
Oh, here comes Dad.
Dad, I'm broke down in Conway, New Hampshire. Can you come get me?
Okay, Dad, you gotta come say hi. This is Dad Carrot Sign. I don't know your first name.
Alan.
Lisa. This is Alan. Say it. You have to lean down. Say hi.
How do you
This
do?
is Jamie's dad.
And you can see I'm a well-worn sign maker.
It's a family affair.
It's a family
Sure.
affair. And, yep, we have done good over the years. No problem.
Well, thank you.
Did you bring enough cookies for all of us?
Well, here, how are you?
Wonderful.
You know, if I'd known you all were going to be here, I would have done 4 of them.
You know what? We're leaving.
Okay. Well,
We're
these
sitting
are my
on
new
time.
favorite ones. Wow. They're so good. All right. Are you a big reader?
I read a lot.
Your dad was going to chime in there.
I read a lot, but it's to my 3-year-old at the end of the day. So I'm reading a ton of children's books right now.
Toddler literature.
Which is great, and they're wonderful. So,
Well, in your youth, were there a couple books that were like really important to you that you come back to, or have there been books recently that you loved?
Probably from my youth or I guess teenage years. Definitely, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was.
Thank you.
So
Yeah,
and that was
a good one.
yeah. And then I devoured that as a child. But yeah, it's just been all kids' books for the past 2 years, or whenever we started kind of putting
stuff.
her into her own bed. And,
I saw her at Art Walk. She's adorable.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so is there an album or two or a song that has come back that you kind of return to again and again as sort of a touchstone in your life? If you had to.
Yeah, well, Patty probably. Being I kind of try to delve into as much new music still as I possibly can. I usually listen to at least like 4, thanks to, I download or stream most of my music nowadays, which back when I was buying albums was a very expensive habit. It has now allowed me
I remember buying LPs.
I had to put myself on an allowance every week of how much I was allowed to spend on music. So now it's very nice that I can dabble in all the new music that comes out every week. But I would definitely say a album that was very influential to me because I didn't find it in... I had a kind of a, as I'm sure most children do, or kids do, high schoolers do, a very narrow kind of view of music, which was, what I went through phases of, like, listening to punk and listening to hip-hop and those sort of things when I was in high school. But definitely the thing that I found, or the album that I found in college that kind of dragged me out of having a narrow view of music was Graceland. So
it's a great album.
Yeah. That put me in a whole other direction as far as music goes, and kind of not opened my mind, but I opened what I accepted to be acceptable music, and kind of branched out to listening to everything from that point on.
Yeah,
so,
it's cool when you get a portal, isn't it? And you're like, oh, and you go sort of down a different rabbit hole.
Yeah, it wasn't more. I think in my youth, kind of had like the music that mom and dad listened to, and then that album kind of made me say, all right, now everything is either good music or music that I don't care for,
right?
And then it can be in any genre,
right.
So, kind of everything then became accessible for my musical mind as far as what I could or would approach and listen to.
I like that description.
Yeah, so that one was, I guess, the first, and then there have been hundreds.
Right.
I think when I started writing music, I did most of the songwriting for both of my bands. Getting into Dylan at that point, and just devouring everything that he did, and trying to, in my early 20s, trying to analyze what he was trying to say, and end up interpreting it in your own way and expanding on what you interpret what Dylan is trying to say. So that's
a deep well.
So I would say, yeah, exactly. And so I would say anything that he started doing, or that he did, really kind of shot me off into being more of a lyricist and really focusing on my lyrics. Probably Blood on the Tracks is my favorite of his albums, or one that I constantly return to. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you for that. So, Jamie, if a movie... How do you pronounce your last name, by the way?
Buonaiuto.
Buonaiuto. I was practicing it, and I would have gotten it wrong.
That's okay.
That's okay.
I've
yeah,
had
I'm probably
many,
not the only
many
one.
variations of it.
Okay, so if a movie was made about your life, what genre would you like it to be? Do you think it would be? And who do you think they'd cast as you, or who would you like them to cast as you?
I have not thought of these answers to these questions, if you can tell before doing this. I have no clue about this one. Again, I kind of watch everything on the music, on the movies, and I'm a big fan of sci-fi, but I don't see how that would be a good movie about my life. Yeah.
Action adventure, romantic comedy, documentary.
I would definitely just, I guess, say to be most accurate in my life, a comedy, just because it's full of laughter and happiness, and I've got a pretty good life, so I don't know where the jokes would kind of fit into there, but it's not dramatic or horror or anything like that, so
You're a lucky guy.
I certainly am, for sure.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, just pick who's one of your favorite actors, because you can have anybody. In this fantasy, you can have anyone star as you. So you might as well pick someone that you really like.
I do not have a favorite actor.
Oh, come on. Really?
I don't. Really, really don't. Yeah, I'm not. I don't really. The director can
I'll
decide.
think about.
who
I'll have to pick. I'll pick someone for you and add
I
it
really
into
don't
the
have.
text.
Who do you think should play me? I guess
I don't know.
the internet can decide.
You know, for a second, just because of this one role he played, Joaquin Phoenix had this role where he had, he grew out because he has curly hair like you do naturally, and he has a beard.
All right.
And that just made me, and he's a great actor,
For sure.
I don't know that he's as
I mean, I guess
happy as you are.
You can pull off, the hair and the beard, and you can act, then sure.
Then you're good. Okay, sure. We'll go with that. All right. So once again, if you want to get in touch with Jamie about the band camp festival coming up.
bandcampfest.com.
Right.
And there's all the links. We've got a Facebook page and all of that if you want to go and check it out and see who's playing. All the information's up there.
Okay, what about if somebody wants to come hear you guys?
Come here.
Do you have a website for your band?
I've got, no, we don't have a website. We've got the Facebook thing.
Okay.
That's all we really go off of. So
that's all right.
The rock band is Groovin' Wood.
Right.
And that's kind of a 7-piece smorgasbord of all different, all the different things. And then I play in a bluegrass band called Puddinhead.
Oh, cool.
And you can find us on Facebook and reach out to us there.
Cool.
I don't think we have any gigs coming up.
Okay. All right. If you want a really cool sign, you can get in touch with Carrot Signs. You can get them on the find them on the web. You can just Google these guys. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You've got a busy day and a hot one.
Yeah.
Okay. So this has been Gingersnap 89. I'll be back in a couple of weeks, actually, with my little sister who's opening a really cool store in Booth Bay on 27. It's going to be called Amelia. I believe it opens actually this week, but I'm going to
sign.
She needs a sign. Actually, I can't remember. I'll have to talk to you about that. Anyway, thanks a lot for tuning in if you are. And I'm Lisa Redfern. And if you want to find out about me or my music or upcoming gigs, you can go to lisaredfern.com. All right. Thanks a lot. This has been Gingersnap.